Hello, welcome to Darkest Hour Leveling Tips. My name is Thiel, and here is a tip on build order. Build order has to deal with mostly with BSP. Basically, when it builds, it goes through each brush and it does what the brush is meant to do. Well, you can basically have two brushes and add or subtract, and if those are not in the order that you want, you'll have weird things happen. For instance, having so there, if you didn't know, there is a main subtraction brush which cuts out void out of your levels. So as you can see here, this one's huge, and this is the main subtraction area. It's quite large. It doesn't really need to be this large, but outside of it is void. As you can see, it's basically blackness, and there's a max rendering distance here, so it's kind of hard to indicate all the edges, but what happens is, let's say, the best example really, and the biggest problem with build order is your main subtraction brush. Say you messed it up or something, or you duplicate it and then delete the old one. When you duplicate it, it makes it new, right? It's like puts it on the top of the build order. And then if you delete the old one, your main subtraction brush will be basically the last to build, and so nothing will work. It will be like your whole level is in the void. That's very bad. It may not even build. It may crash due to complications in trying to build. So let's take another smaller example though. Let's see here. All the buildings are rotated. That's annoying. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's see here. Alright, so you have this little garage here. If we were to tell the main the main brush here, oops, to be last, so you can change the order, of course. So you just select it, go to right click on it and go to order, and I'm going to make it last. And so this should actually blockade this building to where it's all BSP. As you can see, that's what it did. So it's just all solid BSP. And you're like, well, where'd the building go? There is still the subtraction brushes in here, but because of the order, it no longer. So what you can do is, if something were to happen like that, you can select two brushes and do swap order. If I can find it, there we go. And then try. And you can see it kind of worked, but it's still not perfect. So what I'm going to try now is just ordering it to first, and that should do the trick. Obviously it did not, because it's before the subtraction. So now we got to go in here and do the main subtraction brush to first, and then it will work. So as you see, it gets pretty difficult, and you really don't want to ever mess up your build order. But as you see, I fixed it. So here's what happens when you do it on the, let's say we're just going to duplicate the main subtraction brush, put it back into location once we delete the other one, and then this may crash the editor. It's very likely. But as you can see, it's all messed up. Like the terrain can't render because it's not in a subtraction, and all you have is interiors now. You have no outside. It's all void, and that's very bad. And to fix it, you just select your main subtraction brush and you go to order to first, and then it will look all pretty. And that's build order, and like I said, it mostly deals with BSP. There are a few other things that you can deal with that are objects like anti-portals and so on and so forth. But that's it.